Good morning, fourth graders. To begin math today, as we learn about equivalent fractions, we are going to take a minute to get our manipulatives ready. In your pack, you will find this fraction strip paper. It's printed on a little bit thicker paper. You'll want to get that from your pack and any colored pencils you have around the house. You may pause the video right now to go get those items and then come on back. So you're back. So our goal today is to draw this model. If you were all in school right now, we would be getting these all on our desk, and these fraction models are just wonderful to help us see equivalent fractions. So instead of being able to work with all these pieces, we're going to be working with this sheet. But I'd like to color it very much like the one I might be showing you under the camera in these real pieces. So the whole strip needs to be colored red. So it doesn't have to be real fancy, but do make it obvious to yourself that the whole strip of one, that's one whole, is red. And you see that I'm kind of coloring over the gray, so it's not going to be as beautifully red as the plastic pieces in school. But you will see that one is going to be the color red. Okay, when you have it pretty good, that's fine. The half-size pieces on my model, as you can see, are pink. Now, pink is not a normal color we have in our colored pencil set usually, but maybe you can find a pink around the house, or maybe you can just grab a color if you can't find a colored pencil. But you're going to try to color two halves, as you can see, make one whole. And you'll notice that each color strip that we're going to color here this morning, the pieces are all equal size. That's really important when you think about fractions. They can't have one side super huge and the other half real small. They are equal pieces. So we have red, we have pink. The next color you'll want to take for the thirds is orange. So I take my whole strip of one whole, and you will see that 3/3 equals one whole. So I've just colored 1/3. Now I'm kind of creeping into 2/3 and 3/3. 3/3, we're going to say a lot in class, is another name for a fancy one. 3/3. 3 pieces of the 3 that I've cut the hole into is a fancy one because it equals one whole, the one red one up above. All right. The fourths are going to be colored yellow. Press nice and hard. If it goes outside the lines, it's okay. You're just trying to see the color and the size piece. But noticing it's only taking me a few seconds to color each strip. It doesn't have to be, don't get stressed out to have it perfect. Okay, there are my fourths. The fifths are going to be the darker of your two greens. Take the darker green for fifths, right? So if I have 5 equal pieces that make the whole strip, we call those fifths. And I know if I'm ever making a model of fifths, I probably will use more of a rectangle shape than a circle shape. It's hard to take a circle and make it into 5 equal looking parts. So there's lots of different ways we can model fractions. Rectangles are probably the easiest to draw. All right, after your fifths, you will want to please take the lighter for the sixth, the lighter of your 2 blues for sixths. Maybe you're noticing also as you're coloring that as my denominator gets bigger, my pieces get smaller. That's something you need to know as you understand fractions. Because I'm taking that that one equal whole piece, but getting more pieces. So would I rather, if I was really hungry, would I rather have a fourth of a piece of pizza or a sixth of a piece of pizza. If I'm really hungry, a fourth is bigger than a sixth. All right, nice job. We're on the eighths. Please take the darker of the two of the blue ones. Be careful, one is purple, so you don't want the purple one. You want to make sure you get the dark blue. 1/8 are going to be dark blue. Now, eighths is an easy way to divide a circle, right? You'd put a kind of a plus sign in the middle of the circle, and then a multiplication sign in the middle of the circle, and you can make pretty equal pieces of 8. So pies are pretty easy to cut. Pizzas are pretty easy to cut into eighths. Okay, but the size gets smaller. Very good. Now we don't have ninths on this diagram, but we do have tenths. So please take your purple for tenths, and shade the tenths purple. All right, we only have one more to go. You're doing a good job. The twelfths, the tiniest piece on our model is going to be the lighter green that you have. It's going to be a little hard to see over the dark black copy, but just add a little green so you know they're not just black. And a lot of the models that I'll be showing you and using over the next few days are going to be based on these plastic pieces that I have here at school, or possibly these other little stackable ones I have at home. So there you go, fourth graders. You have just made your fraction strip modeling card. Now I know it shows a scissors. You may cut this big rectangle out if you would like. However, please do not cut all the little pieces. I think if you cut all the little pieces, you're going to lose some, and that's going to be frustrating. I'll show you one quick trick of how a lot of kids use these. So if I'm going to ask you probably later today, can you find some things that are equal to 1/2? So if I was in school, I would probably take my plastic half like this and say, okay, what kind of pieces exactly equal 1/2? Well, you don't have the pieces, but you do have this paper. And what kids figure out is if they follow these dotted lines, I can see, oh, that 2/4, 2/4, two of my yellow ones are equivalent or equal to 1/2. And if I keep going down, what else is equal to 1/2? Oh, it looks like 3/6 is another name for 1/2. And maybe 4/8, and maybe 5/10, and maybe 6/12. So just by following this dotted line lightly with a pencil, or some kids like to use their fingernail, you can see some equivalent fractions. So my suggestion is just once you've colored this paper to make it look like my model here, you're going to be in good shape, and this will be a great reference to keep, not just for today's math, but really all the way through this fraction chapter as we get really familiar with how to name fractions and put them, make equivalent fractions is our lesson for today, and a little later putting fractions in simplest form. So this fraction strip paper, keep handy and have it as a reference from day to day. Nice coloring, and we'll look forward to seeing you in a few minutes for the main lesson of today. Thank you. Good work.